It's Friday, and that means our economics editor, Stephen Keppel, is here with his outlook on the economy. Hello, Stephen. How are you?
Good. Great to be here.
And I want to focus today on economic stories coming out of Latin America. I want to start with Venezuela. There was a lot of speculation coming out of Venezuela because of President Chavez's illness. The president denied that he had been readmitted to a local hospital. So what does all this volatility mean for the Venezuelan economy?
Yeah, I mean, from a market perspective, it actually means a lot. In the Venezuelan bond market, we actually saw a rally after there was some news that Chavez had re-entered the hospital for kidney failure or something like that. I think we're going to see some volatility because with the elections coming up next year, people are wondering about if there will be a succession, can Chavez run and win? I think if the markets obviously want another president in power, so they're kind of hoping his illness prevents him from running. So I think that's what they're hoping for.
Now, Venezuelan elections, as you know, will be held October 7th of next year, and we'll bring you more economic and political news coming out of that country. Now, Stephen, when I've recently traveled to Venezuela and other countries in Latin America, I've noticed there are many flights coming in and out of China, many Chinese investors getting on these flights. So China is very present in Latin America at the moment. Is it really a positive force for the Latin American economies?
Yeah, it's an important topic, and we actually focused on it this week on our Tumblr page.
Okay.
So I'm going to use our fancy board over here to basically talk about China's mixed record in Latin America. Over the weekend at the annual meetings for the World Bank and IMF, they presented this report. And basically what they were saying is that China's demand for natural resources like oil and gas and minerals has been positive for the countries in Latin America that produce these commodities, like Venezuela, but also Chile, Peru, which are big mineral producers, and even Colombia and Brazil.
Okay.
China's a key trading partner with Brazil. So in this sense, it's positive. It's helped these countries weather the kind of global economic issues at the moment, the problems in the U.S. and Europe. However, what they've found and studies have shown that basically what's happening is Latin America is exchanging its natural resources for cheap Chinese goods. And over the long term, this is not very sustainable. It's not a great recipe for economic development and growth. So, the World Bank is sort of suggesting that Latin America find ways to leverage its position better with China and its relationship with China. But I mean, I'm not very optimistic. I think it's good for the short term,
yeah.
But these Latin American economies really need to become more competitive and make some reforms that allow them to export their goods to the rest of the emerging world, whether it's China or India, while maintaining and improving their links with the US and Europe.
Okay. So the last story that I want to touch upon, and we don't often get a chance to talk about this country, is Haiti. You're an expert on Haiti. You were there last week. What did you see in terms of its economic outlook and its economic recovery, basically?
Yeah, basically it's recovery from the earthquake. There's been a lot of money that's gone into reconstruction. Again, we did a piece on our Tumblr about Haiti's aid industrial complex, is what I called it. And basically my visit, what I saw it was a bit depressing in some ways. Obviously, things have improved a little bit from the very beginning of the earthquake, but what I've seen is a lot of stagnation. At the moment, there's kind of two separate economies in Haiti. One is driven by foreign aid and foreign exchange and U.S. dollars coming into the country, foreign workers. And this is impacting the local economy, which is in the Haitian currency and is mainly for Haitians, and it's a poor economy. What we're seeing is inflated prices, and this is having an impact. It's making it hard for people to get into the middle class. What we're also seeing is a lot of this aid is not getting to the people and to projects on the ground.
Okay.
There's kind of this ring of NGOs and contractors that are sort of like stopping the money, and there's not a lot of impact. Which is, again, depressing. But I think there's a few things that can be done, and people are starting to talk about it more now, is basically giving some funds directly to the government, helping them to rebuild, and investing in basic things like roads, bridges, airports, and supporting local business, local Haitian businesses that can create jobs and employment and hopefully develop a sustainable future for the country.
Infrastructure and small businesses are definitely key, and we appreciate your insight on Haiti.
Sure.
We invite you to look up all these stories on our Tumblr page and to follow us on Twitter at Univision News.